We're here today at Crybaby Performance, and we are going to test some coils. We're going to put this one to bed. To test your coil to see if it works for a Honda 120 engine, there's a primary side on the coil and a secondary side on the coil. The coil sits on the engine like this. As the magnet passes the leg, it energizes the coil. The winding of the coil is in here. It's a length of wire wound. And then it releases the energy on this side of the coil, which produces the spark. So people have said, oh, you could find a coil that has a hotter spark. Okay, so we got two coils here, one off of the engine and one that's brand new out of the Honda box. And here's the part number. So we looked up this procedure on Honda's website, and I will post a picture of that after the video. We have our ohm meter here, and we have it set to ohms. So the first thing is we're going to test the primary side of the coil. Put your black lead or red lead, it doesn't matter either way. It takes a second for it to read. Okay, that side is bobbing at 1.2. You got to hold this really steady because it's a very fine measurement. So 1.2 is where it's stabilized at. Okay, now we're going to do that on the other coil that we have here. And it's measuring the same 1.2. These coils are not bought at the same time. They were bought about a year apart. Okay, now we're going to check the other side of the coil. And we have to switch the ohm meter to the 20K side. And that pretty quickly stabilized at 10.7172. If you move this around, it's going to start bouncing around. So now we're going to go to our new coil. And this coil measures 10.68. It's bobbing around because you have to hold it super steady to get the reading. Okay, so now we've written this down on a piece of paper, and one of them has a primary side of 1.1, the other is 1.2. The secondary side, 10.68, 10.72. So I called a buddy of mine that's an electrician, and he claims that that is such a small amount that will never ever change the timing. So I just want you guys to know we could chase our tail and buy 10 coils, and they're probably all gonna fall within that spec. So I don't think there's any power gain in a coil. Now, a coil is made with wire, and my friend tells me that it's just the length of the wire that's creating the resistance of one being 10.68 versus 10.72. He said that could be an 1/8 inch difference of the coil winding wire. He said it's not enough to make a difference, Plus, this is a good test if you have a bad coil. If you don't get any reading on either side of the coil, you know it's bad. Thank you for tuning in to Crybaby Performance. Look for more on timing and adjusting timing in our next videos.